All right, so you ready to dive into some Cosmeno realm music and dancing today?
Oh, absolutely. Always up for a new sonic adventure.
Awesome. So for everyone listening, we're taking a trip to the Cosmeno realm, a place where music and dancing are like essential to their way of life, right? It's not just, background noise, it's woven into everything they do. We've got some intel from this website called Cosmeno Realm.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, and our mission today is to like decode the beats and the moves, try to understand what makes their music and dance scenes so special. Like, what's the meaning behind it all, right?
Damn. What do we got?
Okay, so the site breaks their music down into like four main categories: typical, classical, common, and popular.
Okay.
Let's start with the typical stuff, which seems to revolve around house low beats and house high beats. You have any idea what the difference is?
Hmm. Well, just going off the names, maybe low beats is more like chill, laid-back vibe.
Right, yeah, exactly. The website mentions like disco house, funky house, even some Afro house in there.
Yeah, I can hear that, like setting the vibe, for everyday life, ceremonies, that kind of thing.
Makes sense. So low beats is the background hum of Cosmeno realm life, right? What about when things get a little like more energetic? What's the deal with these high beats?
I'm guessing that's where the party starts, right?
You got it. The sources mention stuff like acid house, electro house, even trance influences.
Wow. Okay, that is high energy.
Yeah. But there's a twist. Apparently, high beats used to be exclusively for the Rex Chiefs.
Wait, really? Only the Rex Chiefs got to enjoy that intense sound.
That's what it seems like. Maybe it was a way to, show off their status or make special events even more exclusive.
Oh, a music hierarchy. Interesting. But those two, low beats and high beats, they're like the foundation of all their house music, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those are the core styles. But there are tons of variations too, like vocal house, deep house. They even mention like Melo House.
Yeah, yeah. So they take those bass styles and like layer on different vibes and sounds to create all these variations.
Exactly. It seems like they're always experimenting and pushing the boundaries of those core styles.
Makes sense. Keeping things fresh.
Right. Okay, so we've got the house music scene down. What about their classical music? The website mentions something called disco classics and piano piece ballads.
Disco classics, really. Like the disco we know and love.
That's what it sounds like that 70s vibe with the funky beats and groovy melodies. Apparently, they use it for festive occasions, all kinds of celebrations.
Okay, so that's like their upbeat celebratory music. What about these piano piece ballads? Are we talking like slow jams, love songs?
Not quite. These ballads are specifically composed for their final farewell rites, basically funerals.
Piano pieces for funerals. That's pretty unique.
Yeah, definitely not what I expected. But hey, I guess it shows how deeply music is woven into their culture, They have specific music for every occasion, whether it's happy or sad.
It's almost like music is their language,
Yeah.
expressing those emotions that words can't quite capture.
Right, exactly. And they even have like hybrid genres that blend classical and modern influences, like groovy music and danced-in.
Oh, that sounds cool. Like a fusion of the old and the new. What kind of sounds are we talking about here?
Well, groovy music is basically disco classics, but with a modern twist, like mixing in some house and electro funk elements. It's like taking their musical heritage and updating it for the modern era.
Yeah, keeping the traditions alive while still innovating. I like it.
Totally. And then there's danced-in, which leans more towards a fusion of house and pop music.
Okay, so that's more their contemporary mainstream sound.
Yeah, something like that.
It's amazing how they seem to embrace so many different styles, from traditional to modern and everything in between.
It really is. And speaking of embracing different styles, we got to talk about their popular music scene. Get this. They're into global genres like dubstep and amapiano, but they also have their own local dom urban music sung in their languages.
So they're tuned into the global music scene, but also fiercely proud of their own unique sounds.
Exactly. It's like they're taking the best of both worlds and creating this amazing tapestry of musical expression.
It's really impressive. What I'm starting to see here is how closely their music and dance styles seem to be connected. Like they're two sides of the same coin, right?
Totally. And that's actually what we're going to explore next. Ready to hit the Cosmeno dance floor and see how these musical styles translate into movement, you.
Absolutely. Lead the way. Let's do it. From what I've gathered from the Cosmeno Realm website, their dance scene mirrors the music. They have typical, classical, and common dance styles, just like they have those music categories.
Yeah, it's like each musical style has its own corresponding dance form, right? Kind of makes you wonder how they all fit together.
Right. Like, how do they express all those different vibes and sounds through movement?
Yeah.
Okay, so picture this. You're on a Cosmeno dance floor. Music's pumping. Energy's high. What do you see?
I'm seeing like a mix of moves, right? Some people are grooving, some are going all out, maybe some crazy outfits, flashing lights. It's got to be a sensory overload.
Definitely sounds like it. And remember those house low moves and house high moves?
Yeah.
I'm betting those match up with those low beats and high beats we talked about.
Yeah, totally. Like if the music's chill, the moves are probably more laid back, right? What does the site say about those low moves?
Hmm. Let's see. Low moves, they're all about keeping it grounded, you know?
Huh.
Basic steps, staying in the groove. Think classic house steps like jacking and footwork. Oh, and they mentioned the heel toe hop and the shuffle step too.
Okay, so it's like you're moving with the beat, but not going too crazy, right? Just feeling the music and keeping it simple.
Exactly. It's all about that steady, grounded energy.
Okay, cool. So that's low moves. What about when you want to like really let loose? Those high moves got to be where the energy explodes, right?
Oh yeah, high moves are where things get interesting. It's all about dynamic upper body movement. They mentioned hand tutting, popping, even Melbourne shuffling. Can you imagine?
Whoa, okay. I'm trying to picture that, and it looks like a lot of coordination and skill.
Definitely. It's like taking that high energy beat and expressing it through every part of your body. Quick, intricate movements, really pushing the limits.
So cool. But get this. The website says house dancing, especially those high moves, is used to communicate messages to the Rex chiefs.
Whoa, hold on. So they're not just dancing for fun. They're like sending signals with their moves.
That's what it sounds like. Like, imagine using dance moves to, I don't know, like subtly challenge the Rex chiefs or offer advice or something.
Wow, that's like next level communication. It's like their bodies are speaking a language only the Rex chiefs understand.
Exactly. It's like a secret code woven into the dance. Makes you wonder what kind of messages they're sending.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a whole hidden layer of meaning. Okay, so we've got those high energy high moves, but what about their classical dances? Do they like bust out the waltzes and foxtrots for special occasions?
Haha, not quite. It's more like familiar, but with their own twist. For their disco classics, they do iconic moves like, the hustle and the robot.
No way. They do the robot. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like a little piece of our world exists in the Cosmeno realm, but they've made it their own.
I bet they've added their own unique flair to it.
For sure. And then there's groovy dancing and danced-in dancing, which are like their hybrid styles, right? Blending classic moves with those house and funk influences.
Ah, gotta love a good fusion. It's like a conversation between generations expressed through dance,
Yeah.
The old and the new coming together on the dance floor.
Yeah, exactly. Like taking those traditional moves and giving them a fresh, modern vibe. Speaking of vibes, remember those senti hits we talked about earlier? The ones they use for mourning and charity events.
Oh, yeah, those were interesting. They're not just sad songs, though, right? The site said it was more about channeling collective emotion.
Exactly, like tapping into something deeper, a shared emotional experience.
Yeah, the fact that they're popular for charity events, too, makes me think those senti hits, they help the Cosmeno people connect on a deeper level, foster a sense of unity and empathy.
Totally. It's not just about grieving, it's about like coming together as a community, sharing those feelings, supporting each other. Powerful stuff.
Definitely. Okay, so now I'm really curious about how all of this comes together in their performances. The website mentions DJ Live Set and DJ Splash, and those sound pretty intense.
Oh, yeah. They're like taking things to the next level. It's not just about mixing tracks. It's about like creating music live on stage using both virtual and physical instruments.
Whoa. So it's like a DJ set, but also a live band all rolled into one. Talk about pushing the boundaries of musical expression.
Totally. And they have all these amazing performing characters too. There's the house dancing chorus, the cheer giving Rexley, and even DJs and musicians all playing specific roles in the performances.
Oh, wow. I'm trying to imagine what that looks like.
Like, picture this. You've got the house dancing chorus moving in sync to those low moves and high moves, creating this hypnotic visual spectacle. Then you have the cheer giving Rexley, who's like a soloist, combining house dancing with like really expressive body language.
Okay, so it's like a whole choreographed performance
Mm-hmm.
with different groups and soloists all working together to create this this incredible spectacle.
Exactly. It's not just about the music, it's about the visual impact too. They're creating a whole experience for the audience.
It's like taking a dance club and turning it into a theatrical performance.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the DJs and musicians? What are they doing in all of this?
Okay, so you've got your house beats live setters laying down those infectious grooves. Then you have your senti beats live setters who are tapping into those deep emotions we were talking about.
Got it. So they're like specializing in those different musical styles, creating the soundtrack for the performance. And then what about those dance splashers? What are they up to?
The dance splashers are like the ultimate fusion artists, you know? They're blending groovy and danced in music, creating this vibrant, high energy sound.
It's like they're the ones who bring it all together, bridging the gap between the different musical styles and creating something totally new and exciting.
Exactly. And of course, you can't forget the vocalists. They're adding their own flair to the mix, you know,
Yeah.
singing over the beats, harmonizing, adding another layer of expression to the
It's
performance.
like a full-blown musical extravaganza with all these different elements coming together to create this incredible sonic and visual experience.
Right. And they even pay attention to the fashion too. The website mentions that the DJs and singers often sport tall T-fit.
Tall T fit. Now that's a term I haven't heard before.
Right.
What do you think that means?
I'm not exactly sure, but the website makes it sound like it's like a specific visual style they use for their performances, you know? Maybe it's like these long flowing shirts with cool designs or patterns, something that visually represents their role in the performance.
Oh, that's cool. It's like adding another layer of expression, making the performance even more visually impactful.
Right, it's all about creating a complete experience that engages all the senses. Okay, so now let's get into the performances themselves. The website mentions a bunch of different types, from the high-energy house dance ensemble to the more somber Senti Beats live set.
Yeah, it's amazing how they seem to have a performance style for every mood and occasion. What does the site say about the house dance ensemble?
Well, it sounds like it's all about showcasing those incredible synchronized moves we were talking about, you know, a group of dancers moving as one to those pulsating house beats.
Oh, wow. I can only imagine how powerful that must look.
Yeah, it's like they're channeling that collective energy, creating this hypnotic visual spectacle.
And what about the cheer-giving Rexley dancing? It sounds like that's where the soloist gets to really shine.
Exactly. It's like their moment to showcase their skill, their expressive range, and really connect with the audience.
They're the heart and soul of the performance, commanding attention with their every move.
Totally. And then there's the Rex Chiefs lineup, which sounds like a pretty grand entrance.
Oh, yeah, the website mentioned that. The Rest Chief walks in with their entourage, all set to the beat of house high beats, right?
Yep. It's like a slow, rhythmic procession, a way to command respect and attention.
It's like a visual representation of their power and status, the slow, deliberate movements, the pounding high beats. It's like they're saying, we're here and we're in charge.
Yeah, exactly. It's like their own personal theme music announcing their arrival.
Love it. Okay, and then we have the dance splash, which sounds like the ultimate Cosmeno party.
No, yeah, this one is like the culmination of everything we've talked about. The DJs, the musicians, the singers, the dancers, all coming together for this massive fusion of groovy and danced-in music.
Whoa, okay, it's like all the different elements of their music and dancing converging into one massive celebration.
Exactly. It's like a sensory overload in the best possible way. The music, the lights, the costumes, the dancing, it's like the whole Cosmeno realm comes alive in this one performance.
Wow, that's incredible. I bet the energy is just electric. Okay, you know what? We've covered so much ground here. I need a minute to process all this.
Me too. We've gone from like chill, low beats to high energy, high moves, explored classical dances, modern fusions, all these wild performances. What stands out to you the most?
It's got to be the way music and dance are like woven into their whole way of life. It's not just like something they do for fun. It's part of their identity, their history, everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like music and dance aren't just separate things. They're intertwined with like every aspect of their culture, from
Yeah.
ceremonies to funerals, celebrations to everyday life. It's all there.
And you realize it's more than just entertainment.
Yeah.
It's like a powerful tool for connection, for expression, even like social change.
Totally. Because like through music and dance, they're able to communicate things that words can't quite capture. And remember how we were talking about those high moves being used to like send messages to the Rex Chiefs?
Oh, yeah, that was wild. What if those moves are like a form of protest or dissent? Like they're hiding their true opinions in those elaborate dances?
Whoa. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. It's like they're using dance as a coded language to express themselves without, directly challenging the Rex Chiefs. That's some serious, like, subversive artistry.
Right. It's like they're finding creative ways to push back against the power structure, but in a way that's subtle and maybe even beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I'd love to see those dances in person, like
Hmm.
try to decipher those hidden messages, see the expressions on the Rex Chiefs' faces as they watch.
Seriously. It would be like witnessing a secret conversation unfold right before your eyes.
Hmm.
Okay, but imagine you're actually there, you know, at that dance splash, surrounded by all those crazy outfits, the music, the energy.
Oh man, stop. You're making me want to book a flight to Cosmeno Realm right now. I can practically feel the ground shaking beneath my feet, the air thick with like the sounds and the smells and the heat of all those bodies moving together.
Right. It's like an explosion of sound and color and movement.
Hmm.
It's like the whole Cosmeno realm comes alive in that moment. And you know what? We might not be able to like teleport there right now, but music and dance are universal languages,
Yeah.
right? Who knows? Maybe there's a local Cosmeno inspired event happening near you.
Yeah. Or hey, maybe this whole deep dive has got you inspired to like create your own fusion of styles. Take your favorite moves and add a little Cosmino flair.
That's the beauty of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Music and dance, they transcend boundaries, connect us across cultures. They're like a constant source of inspiration and creativity.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So, to everyone listening, go out there, find your rhythm, embrace the groove, and keep exploring the amazing power of music and dance. Until next time, keep those sonic adventures going.